everyone, this is going to be my Barbie inspired makeup tutorial. I do have eyeshadow primer on, and that is just for the sake of saving time. And the reason that I don't have face makeup on in all of my tutorials, I've gotten a lot of questions about that, is because I want you guys to see how long it actually takes to achieve the look in case you're doing it for a party or work, which I wouldn't really recommend the Barbie look for work, but if you work at a toy store like Toys R Us, then maybe you want to look like a Barbie for work. I really don't know. Or if it's Halloween or at work or whatever. This look is really fun for going out with your girlfriends and, you know, feeling a little bit more bold, or just like, you know, if you're going out and to somewhere where you want to stand out a little bit more, then it's definitely a good look for that. My shirt looks insane in this video. It actually is a cute shirt, but it does not come off that way in this video. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna zoom in on my eye. Oh, I zoomed in a little too much there. Okay. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is take this eyeshadow, and this is L'Oreal Hip and Fiery, or Fiery, or I don't really know how to say it, but it's the pink one. And I'm going to take a fluffier eyeshadow brush. This is by Eco Tools, and it comes in a set. I don't really remember what the set was called. I don't know if it even had a name, but if it even had a name, sorry, I can't like talk today. But yeah, it came with a set. So I'm going to take a good amount of product on the brush, and I'm actually going to tap it off because you are going to get a lot of fallout from this. It is a loose pigment. So I just want to go ahead, or you just want to go ahead and just rub that all over your the lid of your eye. And we're actually going to take this up a little bit farther because we do again want it to be seen whenever you open your eye. It's funny because a lot of people might think that the Barbie look is pretty easy, you use pinks and stuff, but it's actually a challenge for me because, you know, you guys know that I really try to promote the idea that everyone is beautiful, and it's kind of hard with Barbie because I feel like Barbie is a lot of the reason why people get this stereotype of what women should look like. So it was a little bit harder, but I thought it was actually a fun idea to show you guys that you can look like Barbie. Well, not exactly like Barbie, but you know what I mean. So sorry, I was trying to get a makeup wipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the fallout just because even though I'm not done with my eyeshadow, I really want to contain that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep going up a little bit. Not too much. You don't want to get all the way up there, but you definitely want to get to a good point. And then I'm just going to fill it in a little bit more because you really want this pink to stand out. It is Barbie, so pink is important. So then I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I feel like Barbie is a really fun tutorial to do though. Now that I've actually started doing it, it actually seems like something that's pretty fun, something that I wouldn't usually do, but it's pretty fun. And this look was requested, and so was the snowflake look, so I've been doing a lot of requested videos lately, so if you have any requested video, please let me know. Or if you requested a video in the past and I didn't do it, I probably just completely forgot, so if you still want it, let me know. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure they match, which is going to be a challenge just to try and make sure that it's going up the same amount in both. And it's okay if you get a little pink up there because we are going to put a highlight color up there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Too Faced palette, and this is the Naturals palette. I'm going to take this color from it, and this is, what is this? Silk Teddy. I used a lot of that product. I've hit pan. I might buy a new one of these because I love so many of the colors in it. So I'm going to get a lot of that color, but I'm going to tap off the excess, and this is going to go above. So this is going to be your highlight. And then we are going to kind of dust off that brush a little bit and try to blend them together. Just to avoid any harsh lines that you might get. Just like that, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other eye. which is why I said don't worry if you get it up a little bit too high, because you are going to blend them together, so it's not like it'll be that intense. And just like we did on the other eye, kind of like brush this brush off a little bit and go in and blend it out. Just to avoid harsh lines. Okay, so now that that is done, and this eye is going to look a little bit different, and it's not actually that it looks different, it's the lighting in this room is different on that side. So now I'm going to take this makeup wipe, you can use any makeup wipe that you use, or just a wet rag or whatever it is that you use, and just wipe off the fallout underneath your eye. Okay, and then try to get the wetness out of there too. So now I'm going to take the primer that I used, and I'm going to, I always drop the lid for that in videos. So I'm going to just dip this little teeny tiny brush from Eco Tools in there. You can use any brush that's smaller and really easy to control. There's like a little hair on that. Okay. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to wrap this around just like we did in the snowflake tutorial. And I do this to keep whatever color I put under there because a lot of times if you rub your eyes, like I wear contacts, so if you rub your eyes during the day, the color will come off if you don't have anything to keep it set. And then you do want to tap it and just make sure that it's not too harsh. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I like never look at my eyes up close until I do tutorials. I have gotten a lot of questions when I do tutorials because I guess you can see my contacts. I do not wear color contacts. They're just regular contacts so that I can see. So then I'm going to take that same brush. It's actually not the same one. It's another one of that brush. But if you wanted to, you could just wipe off that brush and use the same one. And I'm going to take it in the lighter color that we just used, Silk Teddy. And I'm going to wrap that around in the inside corner in my tear duct, and I'm just going to bring it out a little bit, like right there. You just want to bring it out a tiny bit. And do the same thing on the other eye, just bring it out a tiny bit. Okay, now I'm going to take the L'Oreal Hip Fiery eyeshadow, the bright pink, and I'm going to bring that along the bottom of my eye on the outer corner edge, or whatever you would call that. And I'm just going to do that until all the white of the eyeshadow primer is covered. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I almost went in there. Okay, so now I'm going to again take a makeup wipe and just take off any excess. I actually feel like I have some on my nose. And if it went down a little too far, you can also use it to create the line that you really want to get. So like say it went down like right here where I got primer right there, you can use that to just kind of clean that up. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to move on to eyeliner. The eyeliner that I'm going to be using, which I have no idea where I put it. I like put everything in this like perfect little, there we go, perfect little space, so it's kind of hard to find because now everything's all cluttered together. Okay, so I'm using the Revlon Colorstay Liquid Line, and the reason that I'm using this is because it is a Barbie, so it would be perfection, and when you use a pencil liner, sometimes it doesn't look as dark or it isn't, you know, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a thin line on my eye. And if you're wondering why I did that and then made it a little bit thicker, is because I made it a little thinner than I wanted, just in case I made any mistakes. So I'm gonna wing this out just a little. Just like that, just the tiniest little wing. I will fix this in 1 second, this little corner part. That's the only thing I don't like about liquid liner, is that it does, I just dropped it. Sorry, it does tend to be a little bit messy. So since it got a little messy, I'm going to take an angled eyeshadow brush and I'm going to dip it in the color that is obviously right above that, which is L'Oreal Fiery or Fury or whatever, and I'm just going to clean it up. See how easy that is? It completely just disappears right away. So then I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. I feel like this tutorial is going to be twice as long as it usually would because of the fact that I have to do both eyes. Not see anything when I put my hand there. When you do this in a mirror, it'll be a lot easier to do that eye. I'm actually going to use a little compact mirror to try and do it because it's going to drive me insane if I don't. Okay, so now I'm just going to fix any imperfections that I might have. And for this tutorial, definitely you do want to fix any little imperfections because it is Barbie, and Barbie tends to have perfect makeup. I don't know if it's because she's plastic and they paint it on or what it possibly could be, but she just does. So now I'm going to take my Falsies mascara by Maybelline and I'm going to put that on my upper lashes. My upper lashes. And I love this wand. It's like so insanely big. I love this for this Barbie tutorial, this mascara, because it gives you kind of Barbie-ish lashes that are just so big and like look like fake lashes. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to the face. We will do the lower lashes, but like I said in the last tutorial, I like to do that after I do my face. So I'm going to zoom out finally. Okay, so now I'm going to take the concealer that I use, and this is the Revlon Photo Ready. And I'm just going to put that around my eye and just like dot it around. You want to be really careful that you don't get it on the eyeshadow that you just put on your lower lash line, or like right below your lower lash line. Okay, and I'm going to do that to both sides. And then I'm actually going to put a little on my nose because for some reason I do have some redness going on there today. And then I'm going to take it around my mouth. The reason that I do that, like I said before, is because this look is something I would assume you would wear to like a party or out with your friends to lunch, and you want to make sure you have some extra coverage in case you're eating and your face makeup comes off around your mouth. So I'm just going to go ahead and literally, I'm just dabbing it, I'm not like drawing with it. And you just want to like rub that around. So then I'm going to get my my two foundations that I use. The first one is the CoverGirl Aqua CG Smoothers, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that. I show you how much in my last video. Just for time's sake, I'm not going to do that for this video. And then I'm going to take some of this this foundation. I can't remember what this is called, but it is in Buff Beige, and I think this is just like the CoverGirl Clean Foundation. And I'm just going to tap a little bit of that, and then I'm going to mix those together and use them both together because I don't really know why I started doing this. They don't really make my color, so I kind of mix my own color. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk blending sponge thingy, and the reason that it looks like dirty like this is because those are like stuff that I can't get off of it. But I just cleaned this the other day, and I was happy because I was not planning on filming this video today, and I'm just gonna dab this on my face like this. I wasn't planning on filming this video today. I actually filmed this video yesterday, and then for some reason I was just having so many issues like uploading it, and I don't know what it is, but some of the videos I've been trying to upload lately, it's the video and not like the uploader. So it was actually the video that was giving me problems, so I had to redo it. Okay, so just tap that around your whole face, just like I'm doing. And I am gonna go over this twice, and the reason for that is because if you're wearing this as like a costume for something, sorry, I'm getting some more, I didn't put enough foundation on the little thing that I mix it on. So if you're wearing this for like some kind of costume event, you do want to make sure that your skin looks as flawless as it can because it is a Barbie tutorial. If you are wearing it just for every day, you do not want to do 2 coats of the foundation, but I'm doing it because that I'm just showing you what it would look like if you did 2. And Barbie tends to have pretty flawless skin. Again, I don't know if it's because she's plastic and they airbrush her, or maybe she's just perfect. Who really knows? All right. And like I said, I'm just gonna go over everything twice. I love when I do my nose and I like make all these funny faces. So now I'm gonna go over it once more. And I'm not going to go over it obviously as perfectly as I did the first time. So now I'm going to take the point part of it, and I'm just going to put a little bit of foundation under my eyes and try to just blend it by dabbing it a couple times. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. Okay. So now I'm going to take the powder that I use, and the powder that I use is the Physicians Formula translucent powder. I love this because it has all these different color hearts. I actually need a new one because I have hit pan, so I'm going to be needing a new one, but that is the powder that I use. So I'm just going to go ahead and dust that all over my face just to set my makeup. And I like this because it doesn't really have like any kind of specific colors because it has all these colors in it. So you don't have to buy like pale or light or whatever. At least I don't think you do. I always pick up just whatever one I want to. So I really hope that I'm not picking up the wrong color. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of that underneath my eye. My eye looks really red. Okay, so now I'm going to use that same brush to contour my face a little bit, and I'm going to be using the Hard Candy Fox in a Box. And I'm going to take the color that is 2 shades darker than my face. If you're going to use this, take the color that is 2 shades darker than your face. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to suck in and contour and just make sure that it looks dark, but it's just because of the shadowing on that side of the room. Make sure that you blend well. This is irritating me. And then if it does end up being a little bit darker like mine did, I just take my foundation and I go over that part of my face once, just to make sure that I lighten it a little bit. And then take the powder that you use and just go over it once. I don't usually contour, just because, I don't know, I just don't like the way that it looks. It's just not something that I like to do, but for a Barbie tutorial I figured I would do it. So now I'm going to take a cream blush, or a mousse blush actually, and this is the CoverGirl mousse, or the Maybelline mousse blush, I think. This is in the color Pink Frosting. Let me see. Yeah, it's Maybelline. This is in the color Pink Frosting, and I got this a long time ago, so I don't know if they still make this, but if not, I'm pretty sure you can find something similar. And I'm just going to like dip my, why am I doing that? I'm just going to dip my finger in there, and I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks and bring it up. Okay, and now on top of that, because it is a mousse or cream blush or whatever you would call that, it is a mousse blush, but if you have a cream blush, you are going to want to do this also. I'm going to take the Physicians Formula Happy Boosting Blush, and it has all these cute little hearts in it. It reminded me of Barbie, so I figured I would use it. And I'm just going to dab this in there, blow it off the excess, and then just go ahead and go over the cream blush, because it gives you double the stay time, or double the, you know, the time that the blush is going to be on your cheeks. Okay, woo, that was fun. So the next thing I'm going to do is lips. And to start off, my lips are a little bit chapped because it's winter. So to start off, I'm going to use the Snow Fairy Lip Tint from Lush, because it does tend to give my lips a lot of moisture. And I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay. So this is what that looks like. It does have a pink tint to it, so it's perfect for this. But if you don't have this, use just like a pink tinted lip gloss. And I'm just going to dip my ring finger in there and put that on my lips. This stuff smells like bananas, and I really like that. I don't know why, I just love the smell of that. Okay, so for lips, we have two options. You can go with a matte color, and the matte color that I've chosen that you could use is this Stormy Pink from Revlon, and it looks like this. Or you can go with a crazy Barbie pink like this one. This is the color Enchantress, and this is by CoverGirl, and it looks like this. It's insanely pink. I'm going to go with the matte pink just because Barbie tends to have matte lips, but if you're wearing this as a costume, you might want to go with the Enchantress by CoverGirl. So I'm going to go with Stormy Pink that looks like this, and I'm just going to put that all over my lips. Okay. Now I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. If you don't have absolutely perfect eyebrows, like you can tell I don't, you might want to do this. The reason that I do this for this tutorial is because Barbie does have perfect eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and just fill them in a little bit. Don't get too harsh with it. I like to blend it out after I've already filled it in. My eyebrows are very thin, and I've said in other videos that I'm trying to grow them out. It is kind of hard because it does look funny while you're doing it, so. When I first started making videos, my eyebrows literally started in here, and I didn't really notice it until I saw myself on camera that it looked strange. So I started to grow them out, and they've grown out pretty well there. So hopefully I can start growing them out as far as like how full they are. So like I said, just fill them in whatever way you like to, or if you don't like to fill your eyebrows in, that's fine also. But it is something that I do. It's kind of hard to do on camera, but I do it on a regular basis, so I figured I would do it in this video. Okay. And then just kind of try to blend it a little bit because you don't want them to look super fake. Alright, so this is the finished tutorial. I will have pictures before it so that you guys can see what it looks like with my hair straightened and everything. Right now my hair is up because I didn't want it in the way of the tutorial. So I will have pictures before it, obviously, that you will have already seen when I say this in the video. So it's kind of pointless to say that, I guess. But anyways, this is the finished tutorial. And the reason that I didn't put lip gloss on my lips is because Barbie's lips are not glossy. If you look at a Barbie doll, her lips tend to be matte and plastic looking. So, well, not plasticky, but like rubbery, whatever they use to make Barbie's head. I always thought it was funny that her like arms and legs for like the fake Barbies, like the Barbies that you would get for like cheaper at like I know the Family Dollar by my house, they had like the really cheap Barbies that were like all plastic, and it always used to make me laugh that her head would be rubber and her body would be plastic. Yeah, I would never buy those Barbies when I was little. I always bought like the regular Barbies. Even if I had to save up like my little like Christmas money for a while to get them, I still would, because I did not want the plastic bodies, because like the arms would rip out of the sockets, which was really creepy. I also liked how some of the Barbies had arms that just went forward and back, and then some of them had that little like random lump underneath their arm that made their arm be able to like go outward. I always thought that was fun. Oh, the innovation of Barbies. So as far as this video goes, I thought it would be fun to kind of post a question at the end of it, and I think that a fun question would be, what was your favorite Barbie growing up? I can tell you what mine was. I had a Mary-Kate and Ashley Barbies. This was obviously back when Mary-Kate and Ashley were cool, because they did make Barbies of them back then, so don't laugh at me. They were cool back then. So I had those, and I remember around Christmas time, or like right after Christmas, I had gotten my Christmas money, and I decided, my grandma and my grandfather, actually I forgot to do my lower lashes, so I'm gonna do that while I talk about this. My grandma and my grandfather took me to the store, and finally they let me buy whatever I wanted. This was like the first year that I really got to buy whatever I wanted to buy. So I went insane and bought the NSYNC CD, which was new back then. And that was the one with Dirty Pop on it, or Pop. I don't know if it's actually called Dirty Pop, but they say Dirty Pop. I bought that, and I bought this like projector thing at Spencer's that lets you like, it projects like a lava lamp onto your wall, and I bought the Mary-Kate and Ashley Barbies, and I literally made them dance in front of that projector for like hours on end. Those Barbies were overworked. It's a good thing they weren't real people. They would have called the union. Okay. So now that I did that last little tidbit that I completely forgot to do, and I told you what my favorite Barbies were, what were your favorite Barbies and why? Leave a comment below, and I will talk to you guys later. Also, if you have any requests, please leave them below, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a good day.